You never drove my car yourself.
Okay.
You don't have
Okay,
driver's
all
license.
right.
What do you mean you wrecked the car? Where's the car? And he said, I totaled the car.
She's stubborn, hard-headed.
So you crashed again?
Yes.
There may be a reason you don't have a license.
I'm a rapper and an entertainer, and he's a photographer.
He didn't buy the equipment by himself. I paid half of the cash with him.
No, he did not.
I have no proof.
We were in a car accident. The accident's her fault. I should not be held liable.
Plaintiff Sabrin Barnes is suing her ex-boyfriend for $3,500 after she claims he stole her new car and wrecked it. Defendant Brian Warriner claims he was the one making car payments, and he owes nothing.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Case 41 on the docket, Barnes versus Warriner.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have the plaintiff, Ms. Barnes. You are suing the defendant, Mr. Warriner, in the amount of $3,500 for breach of contract. What is this contract?
Me and Brian, we was together for 4 years. It was a lot of arguing, lying, gambling. I caught him at a motel with a girl. But the reason that we're here today is because I had bought a car. You know, I put $3,500 down. Here's the picture of the car.
Okay, and this is a car you bought before you met him? Or?
No, I was with him,
You
but
were with him,
he
yeah.
didn't pay any money on it because he doesn't have driver's license. So, I mean...
Oh, okay, so you decided to buy a car.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I paid $3,500 down. I only had the car 3 months.
Okay, but it's your car.
Yes, it's my car. It's
right.
in my name. It's my car. And I made a total payment of $4,250. And one morning, Brian, I had been sick that night, and I was up throwing up.
Yeah.
And I finally went to sleep, and I always take him to work at 5 o'clock in the morning because I
Yeah.
never let him drive because he...
Sometimes I drive myself to
No,
work.
you never drove my car yourself.
Okay.
You don't have
Okay,
driver's license.
all right, you can talk to me. Okay, now
And-
what happened that morning?
Okay, I wake up and
Yeah.
he's gone. So I went looking for him, and I look outside and my car's gone.
Okay.
And so I try to call him all throughout the day, and he's not answering. So he usually gets home, dropped off from work at like 2:30. Well, this day it's 4 o'clock when he gets home, and I'm in the bedroom, and he walks in the bedroom, and I'm like, why did you take my car, Brian? I mean, where have you been? Where's my car? I mean, I didn't give you permission to take my car. And he's like, well, I wrecked the car. I'm like, what do you mean you wrecked the car? Where's the car? And he said, I totaled the car.
Oh, okay.
So,
What happened?
I was going to work that morning, and a deer come out in front of me, and
A deer came out in front of you.
and I swerved and hit a guardrail, and it damaged the car. And on the way, I went ahead and went on to work. When I got to work, I told the guys that, you know, I got to get this car fixed before I get home because she's stubborn, hard-headed and stuff, and I knew it would be an argument if I didn't try to get the car fixed. I went to borrow the money, and on the way back, I was coming back, and something just popped in the car, and it shot me down in the gully and smashed the whole front end.
So you crashed again?
Yes.
Yeah. There may be a reason you don't have a license.
exactly.
Your reaction, where's my car? It got totaled. You weren't happy.
No.
What'd you do?
I jumped up and I popped him in the eye.
How is that going to solve the problem?
It didn't. I was
He
just
already
really,
doesn't see well enough to drive.
I was
Popping him in the eye?
I was really upset.
Well, I could see you'd be upset, but hitting him is
Yeah.
it's not the right. I mean, he doesn't
That's
see.
the only time I'd ever
The
hit
bad
him.
part about that was I ended up getting taken to jail for...
Why did you get taken to jail?
For assault, and I didn't even hit her.
Okay, for one, the cops were called.
Who called the cops?
My son did, because
I see.
after I
And he
popped
was
him in the
worried that
eye,
Mom was-
he shoved me and he started breaking things in the room, like
Yeah.
throwing things, breaking
Your
them.
son got scared for you.
Yes.
I understand that, so he calls the cops. The cops come and they do what? They arrest you?
Yes, sir, and here's my police report from where I got arrested.
And you were charged with what?
Assault.
Did you lay a hand on her?
No, sir.
You shoved me.
You went to jail?
Yes, sir.
How
for
long?
2 days.
Okay, so for first of all, you spend 2 days in jail and that's done now.
Yes,
all right?
sir.
Okay. And you know you never lay a hand on her.
Right.
I mean, even if
You
she's
showed
pushing
me.
you, whatever, you walk away. You get out. Now, you going around popping people makes no sense either. Now what happened?
Well, he went to
So
jail.
why does he owe you $3,500? Did he promise that he was going to pay?
Yes,
No,
he did.
Is he insured? You're not insured, obviously not.
Because he
doesn't have a
doesn't have
license.
a
I agreed, Your Honor, to pay the $75 a month.
No.
And I've been paying, I agreed to pay the remaining balance left owed on the car. And I
Okay,
got,
so you still owed money on the car.
Yes,
Let
the
me get the
car-
facts straight here. You owed money on the car. How much money did you still owe on the car?
The car lot took me to court and they sued me for the remainder balance.
Which was?
$2,779.35.
and I agreed to pay that.
And you're paying how much a month?
$75 a month.
And have you been paying every month?
I've paid $75 a month been paying for 15 months, and here's my
You don't
receipts.
dispute that. He's
No,
been
I don't,
paying-
he
But I
did
He's
pay
been
the
paying
$75
$75 a month.
Yes.
But
Are
I
you
didn't-
two still together?
No. No.
But I didn't agree to pay no more than
Okay.
the remaining balance.
You agreed to reimburse me for the $3,500?
Okay. He agreed to do it. I got it.
Yes.
You're saying he should help you with that he should pay the down payment. I have to see proof that he promised to pay the $3,500 and it was a contract. I see no proof, written proof, or video or text whereby he says, I promise to pay the $3,500 down payment. I can't order him to pay you $3,500 if there's no evidence of that promise. The case is dismissed.
Yeah, this friendship's over.
Plaintiff Adam McDuffie Jr. is suing his ex-friend for a business venture gone wrong. He's suing for $1,500 for 2 cameras. Defendant Jay Collins says the deal was that he would pay for half, and he did. So he owes nothing.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes. Yes.
It's case number 206 on the docket. McDuffie versus Collins. Excuse me.
Thank you, and welcome to both of you. We have here the plaintiff, Mr. McDuffie. You are suing what you say is your ex-friend and business partner, Mr. Collins, for $1,500 for 2 cameras and some equipment.
Yes, sir. Well, me and the plaintiff have been friends for a while now.
Yeah.
And he actually told me that we'd be good in business. And since I'm a rapper and an entertainer, and he's a videographer and a producer, a photographer,
Yes.
it only made sense that we'd go ahead and collab together and be a joint venture.
Good.
So with the 2 businesses together, he needed some new equipment, some new cameras and other equipment, programs and everything. So I said, okay, I'll get them, just pay me back.
Okay.
And that was our agreement. However, going into it, he kind of never really paid me back.
And how much did you pay for the cameras and the equipment?
In total, around $1,500, sir.
Okay, and that's what the suit is for, $1,500. What about that?
That's incorrect. Absolutely false. When we first got the cameras and everything, I originally already paid half of the money in cash.
No, he did
when
not,
we first
sir.
got the equipment.
Wait, okay. So you're saying, yes, he did buy the cameras for you, but you already paid him half in cash?
We went in on the equipment together. He didn't buy the equipment by himself. I paid half of the cash with him.
No, he did not.
Do we have proof of what you paid?
I have no proof. I don't have any receipts.
I
anything.
have receipts, Your Honor, from my credit card statement as well as from Amazon.com and from the other camera that
If
we
I
bought
could
from a
look at
friend.
those receipts.
Yes, sir. This is for the equipment and the cameras. Here you go.
I'll take a look at
There
that.
you are, Judge.
Okay. $912.23.
Yes, that was for the camera and excess accessories.
And here's one for $523.
Sir,
Yes.
This is someone that I've literally saved his life. One time we went to a river party, and dude can't even swim. I jumped into the river for this man. So for him to even just have the audacity not to give me my money back, and I've literally saved your life, I kind of feel some type of way about that, sir.
You fell into the river, and he saved you.
Right, okay, yeah, but...
Well, that's big.
Yeah, but that's
At
beside
the time, you probably weren't thinking about cameras. You were probably gasping for air.
Right, okay.
So he's a good friend.
Right.
But on the issue of buying the cameras, he has the receipts of what he paid.
Right.
You're saying you paid in cash. Who did you pay in cash? Because he paid for the whole thing here on this credit card.
I paid him.
You're saying the guy that saved your life, you are under oath.
Right.
You are saying that this man who saved your life, you gave him, which would amount to, well, if it's $1,500 for the equipment too, $750 in cash you gave him.
I haven't seen a penny of that, Your Honor.
You what?
I have not seen a penny of that.
So it sounds to me like the deal really was, he would get you, you guys were together in a business. You were good friends. He bought you the cameras because you're the photographer. You've got those skills. And in exchange, you would take videos of his rap, of his singing. Do we have?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I'd like to see some of the work that we're talking about.
From,
How many videos did you do for him?
We did several shows in different cities. I mean.
Oh, and you videoed these shows?
Yeah, I did all that. Those are actually Instagram pictures. And
yeah, you took a photo of him. There you go.
And also, the more content that I created for him, the greater the likes became.
Here's what I see. I see you guys are friends, or we're friends, probably still will wind up being friends. And you went into business together, you had this idea, you're young people, I like the idea that you want to create something and do something with it. That's good, I don't want to discourage any of that. Is you are suing him for $1,500
yes.
for what you said was the amount you spent on and you showed me the receipts, you did
yes,
spend that.
because
What he did had some value.
Right. The video, the pictures.
That's false.
Even the equipment alone, everything helped.
Before working with him, I already
Okay.
was working with
The
different
point
people.
is you got the cameras. Let's say there was nothing else going on. He bought you some pretty nice cameras. He gave a lot of money to cameras, even if it wasn't 100% of the money. Even if I believe you that you put some money into that. So I am going to say you're not presenting me with evidence of exactly how much you gave him.
Correct.
And there's no way to measure exactly how much those videos are worth. So I'm going to say he's suing you for $1,500. I'm going to say the videos that you did and the amount you gave amounts to about $300. So I fine for the plaintiff in the sum of $1,200.
I feel like his verdict was completely fair. At least I'm getting something and not nothing.
It is what it is. I mean, I just won't be working with the guy anymore.
Plaintiff Deanna Rock is suing for $1,000 for car damages from a U-turn accident caused by the defendant. Defendant Amy Moss claims the accident was completely the plaintiff's fault, and she's countersuing for $3,017 for damages to her car.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do. I do.
This is case number 243 on the docket, Rock versus Moss.
Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
We have the plaintiff, Ms. Rock, and you are suing the defendant, Ms. Moss, for $1,000 for car damages. And Ms. Moss, you are countersuing the plaintiff for $3,017 for car damages.
Yes.
Why don't I hear your side of the story first?
We were in a car accident, and
How did it happen?
I could show you on the monitor.
Okay, why don't we do that?
Sorry. I was driving down and making a U-turn. There was no U-turn signs.
In other words, so
U-turns
you're
were
allowed to make the U-turn.
Yes.
So here you come. Oh, look at you driving, and you're going to turn around, look out, and there you did. And you came out.
And then she came out of a
Boom.
parking lot. I honked before she even hit me, and she pulled out of a parking space.
Got it. Okay.
I wasn't in a parking lot, first of all. I was on a cross street, and I had already turned right onto Greenback, the lane the major road that she was referring to in the diagram.
Well, why don't you stand here and
I actually have my own diagram that I would like to show
Okay.
you. So I had already completed my right-hand turn.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of traffic that day. I checked to make sure that this turn lane was clear of all drivers, and it
Yeah.
was at the time that I made my right-hand turn.
Yeah.
And then she came and collided with my front end. So I was already established in my lane, and
How did
she
she
hit me.
get to the front end if she was behind you?
Because she was making the U-turn, I was in this far right lane,
Yeah.
and she came and like collided. We both basically collided. Front end.
okay.
There was no place for me to go. I couldn't turn up onto the sidewalk to avoid the collision. I did hear her honk, but that was like as she was hitting me. So the accident's her fault. I should not be held liable for
Okay,
paying the $1,000.
do we have pictures? Do we have
Yes,
you? Okay.
yes.
If you'll
Here's
give
the
me,
picture of my car damages.
so
It's
this is
mostly
the
the right
picture.
side.
Okay, that's your car.
And then I have the deductible I
So the
paid.
reason you're
Well-
suing for $1,000
Is
from
my
your point of view
deductible.
is because that's a deductible.
And then I have text messages
Yeah.
proving that she admitted fault.
Let me see that. And then I'll take a look if you have pictures
Okay,
of your car.
I do.
Okay. All right, these text messages, well, here you're just arguing about insurance. Where does she say it was her fault?
It says near the end that she would set up a payment plan, and then she told me to go to small claims court.
I did say that, but I was going to, I was
So
basically.
you did say you were going to pay?
Well, I didn't say that specifically. I don't know exactly the verbatim of what I said, but I just wasn't sure what to say at that point. I don't feel like I should have to pay her anything, but I was trying to just appease her for the moment.
I didn't have any money either. I put it on
And
my
saying
credit
that.
card.
Okay, all right.
So-
In fairness, a decision can't be made based on who's in a better position to afford it.
Well, of course.
But what would help is if I could see the pictures.
Sure.
Okay, that's your car, and that is
Yes.
the.
I would have swiped her, according to her story.
It is true. If you were coming from another lane, it would have hit the side part of the car before.
You can't really tell from the picture, but there's actually damage to that side black panel right there where the headlight is. It's just that that's like a plastic piece. The whole thing kind of is indented,
Yeah.
but it's actually, the damage is starting it's like on the side.
The person that is on that road, whether it's in the left lane, whether they got there because of a U-turn, if it's that close that this other car could hit you, then you shouldn't be making the turn.
Right. Well, the accident happened after my turn. The turn really doesn't have that much to do with it, actually, because I had already completed the turn when she collided with me. I was established in the lane, that far right lane. She made a U-turn across the 3 lanes and then collided with me when I was already established in that lane.
Looking at the pictures, for her to collide with you, coming from other lanes, the damage would have been significantly more on your side.
Well, she
when you
admitted that
just
she
look,
didn't
okay, I'm
see
talking.
me.
When you just look at the pictures,
Bottom line is, I was in my lane just driving down the street, and when she hit me. So I don't know
okay.
how it could be my fault.
Based on the pictures, the plaintiff had the right of way, and the countersuit, if I am putting the fault on the side of the defendant, I have to dismiss the countersuit, so I fine for the plaintiff $1,000.
Make sure to document everything and take lots of pictures.
Obviously, I wish the outcome had been different, but I think you did a good job.
Thanks for watching. Now please approach the bench. The way I look at it, you have 2 options here. Option A, watch more Judge Jerry. Option B, watch more Jerry Springer. The choice is yours. Now get out of my courtroom. You have more clips to watch. And don't forget to subscribe.